You're gonna make me panic. This is actually my first time taking with this, so I'm not sure.
You can do this. Don't worry. You got this.
Yeah. Okay. Firstly, I must say that I'm very honored. I'm very privileged to be amongst you guys because I'm not into engineering, but it's such an honor, and I'm so happy that I know that I'm going to walk away with many mentees here. So let's just do it and see. Okay. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not sure about technology, but
Yeah, there you go.
okay. Okay. I need the first slide. Am I no? I'm the one who's doing this. Okay.
Great stuff.
Let's see. Okay, yeah. So I'm here to introduce the top 10 tips for successful study results. I was just an average student, to take you back. I had about 2 when I matriculated, but that all changed when I started my first assessment at CPUT, which I graduated cum laude in 2020. My first assessment that I wrote, I got 100%. I never wanted to lose that. I was so competitive at myself, and I kept it until my 4th year level. So it's between 100 and 90. I don't want to go below. I don't want to 75. But then it gets tough when you get up there. But yeah, 85 was what I could at least settle for. Yeah. So here, this is what you can walk away with. When I reflect back, I can see that when I reflect back, this is what I had. This is what I was living with every day. Yeah. Okay, I'm not sure what's happening here.
It's there now, Chow.
Okay, I think I'm fast. So when you are a student, it can be anyone, but then now I'm going to focus as being a student from student perspective. You need to be intentional. When you have an intention, according to Oprah, which is one of my favorite women, you are unshakable. You remember all the time when you are down, why are you doing this? So you need to have your why question at the back of your mind. Why all the time? I'm going to be first because I want to do everything. But
the why.
So when I got there, I studied the course that I didn't apply for. I applied for marketing and business management, but then I got ad management for some reasons, and I didn't want to fight it. As vulnerable as I was, as confused as I was, I'm like, I'm doing it. Let's see where I go with it. So positivity, I'm thriving because of my positivity. So if you're going to be discouraged, you're going to instill negative thoughts into yourself, you won't even be able to be your own good company. So just have a good mindset.
Yeah.
The other one is prioritizing. So I love this cartoon because it says that today's top priority is to prioritize our priorities. So when you're a student, it goes without saying, you wake up, you have a plan, you plan a day before. You know that before anything else, what you need to have to do right is to let the books be your daily bread. You can entertain yourself, you can go out and all that, but know that you are there to study. If you're gonna go out, it's something that you can do when you have time for it. But every day, they say to me that you're so boring, you don't have a boyfriend, you have absolutely nothing, you're always on your books. Do you ever especially my roommate would say boyfriend, anything, what are you doing? And I'm like, you have no idea what I'm doing and you don't have to know what I'm doing. So prioritize your priorities. If you are a person who with a timetable, have your timetable in place and know that at this time you do this. I'm a very unorganized person. You might I'm organized, but I'm not. I'm a very spontaneous person. So my daily tasks were up here. Unless maybe it gets too many, then I have to just stay them down. Not that I'm going to do it at this certain hour. No, you can just have them. Know that at the end of the day, this is what needs to be done. Yes. And planning. I have over 500 mentees, and none of them are paying anything. I am proud of it. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to work away with mentees here. We have a project. So the study room developed a project. It takes place 7 p.m. It's called Sunday Recharge My Monday. I always remind them that it's Sunday today. You know what we're going to do tomorrow. You need to know what your day looks like tomorrow. So I knew what my day looked like. I might have been spontaneous and all that, but I knew that I'm lacking in this. I'm I'm falling behind in this module, I'm falling behind on that one, I need to consult, I need to do this. So if you know what your day looks like, even if being overwhelmed, it's not something that you're going to experience all the time, because you know that this is what you have to work on. And you can plan by either having a timetable or just listing them. Other people, I might be disciplined, but once I have a timetable that is stating that at this time I have to do this, I lose everything, I do it wrong, very wrong. Multiple study methods. You see this picture, the first one. I'm not sure if it's clear, but the man on the side, it's studying while he's up. So guys, I was honored. I was very, I don't know if I said lucky or fortunate, but I went to Germany in 2019 to study. After I got my results, it was just an reward. They said, I need to avail myself. Everything was taken care of. So when I went to Germany, I was very proud of myself that I was able to do something that I never thought there is existing in European countries. So when you get to the library, that man who's standing there, you know that the average table is where you can sit with a desk, but then there were tables like of this height. And I'm like, wow, because I used to study, like, if I fall asleep, don't entertain your sleep, I'm gonna get there, but you waste time sleeping. True. You waste time sleeping. So, when it needs to be a problem, it needs to concern you when you wake up and you have to study, and now you start falling asleep, you go back to sleep. It shouldn't be like that. So I was standing up, I was in my room, inside my room, anywhere when I studied, even at the library, I studied and I fall asleep, I stand up and I study while I'm up, so I would study like this. So but here we didn't have facilities like that where you can study while you're up. But when I go to Germany, I'm like, what? These people, they actually installed like such tables where you can study while you are sleeping. I was so proud of myself to be doing something that I didn't.
Well done.
Power to you, Sissy.
So this is the study methods that you can use, and the picture in the middle is very important. We tend to normalize the study groups. It's okay, but then it can be a great delay. You know, I am a very checking person. So if you're going to all the time have to do the study groups, you can't really reflect on what you're looking on. So rather do the study groups when you know that you have already had your individual studies. The study groups, honestly, I was just being used because, you know, I did, like, I was excelling in all of my modules. You couldn't really tell which one was difficult. There was none because I knew that even the one that I don't favor, it's part of the package. I have to pass it very well. So you need to keep that in mind. So on the study groups, I was just being used, and I took advantage of what I was taking advantage of. So I knew that it was more like a very nice pleasure for myself, because I knew that people had like developed expectations that we know that Tabby is gonna do it. We know that Tabby can explain better. So I knew that I always have to know all the time. When you are consult, I have to have an answer. So it was more like a nice pressure for me because I had an understanding and I knew that I have to know it. So yeah, those are the study methods that you can use. And another thing, please don't, it can be whether you're in high school or tertiary, but it's not smart for you to come across a challenge and you feel like, okay, I will sit in an exam. All of my mentees, almost all of them, they tend to put aside the subject because they see that they are facing difficulties with it. Rather note it down and go for the lectures consultations. I'm gonna come here soon. Golden hours. We all have 24 hours, and any within these hours can be your golden hour. My golden hour is after 12 a.m. I can be productive during the day, but I know that after 12 a.m., those who are sleeping, I'm awake. Even when they are awake, I'm still awake. Not that I was not sleeping. So listen to that. I'm young sleeping, but we tend to motivate ourselves with things that are not really beneficial and favorable. My friend would say, and she's experiencing anxiety, so maybe that's why, because she sleeps too much. She said, oh no, 8 hours, I have to sleep 8 hours, I have to have. Steve Harvey said that the riches don't sleep 8 hours. So if you're going to sleep 8 hours, you are sleeping away your golden hours, your opportunities. So the price that you are paying today is your success tomorrow. So As I've said that my working hours are mostly during the weeknights. So also you need to know, guys, I'm going to speak for someone who's studying from home and those who are at rest. When you're at rest, you know that it can be bizarre, people, you know, like with the music and everything, but you know, you need to observe, you need to learn your space. Because that's what I did first. I learned the space, I just stepped back and I observed, I could see that, okay, there I can be applicable. There I'm not applicable. This is harmful for me. This can promote the person that I want to be. So you need to know and have good associates, have good friends. I don't vibe with people who are just not contributing anything. I don't vibe with them. And I don't choose them away. They just walk away because they can see that I'm too much to handle or to associate with. So don't sleep away your golden hours. If you have to wake up after 12 a.m., do it, especially when you're at home. I know that when you're at home, like there's a lot of interaction, there's a lot of noise and all that, but also you need to communicate. The parents, they need to learn, they need to know that. My mom was very supportive. She could see that I was trying, even though I was studying in a very wrong way, cramming and all that, but she knew that I didn't have to do certain stuff because I'm studying. So it's also just relating your parents, the people who are living with, that this is my situation. Sometimes they have no idea. It's not like they don't want to be supportive, but it's because we are not really relating to in our current situations. Limited social media. You see this one is something else. Oh,
Yeah.
6. Oh, okay. You are
Like-
paying attention. Thank
Yes,
you.
of course.
Lecture consultations. Even when you're at your high school, you consult with your teacher. At CPUT, at the door, there are like consultation hours. I was looking yourself like, people are taking advantage. It's good to be taking advantage. Don't think that, oh, what if? You see, if you go with what if question, you're not going to get anywhere. So I realized that, okay, there are consultation hours, and they said that, okay, during consultation hours, you can come and ask your questions. I always had a question. It's good to have, don't think that people who doesn't have questions, maybe, oh, am I the only person who's lacking understanding? Am I the only person who's dumb and all that? I was asking all the time. So communicate with your teachers, communicate with your lecturers. If you're not understanding, especially when you're at home, maybe studying, have something like this. I always have this. This is where I can write my questions, my confusions, and tomorrow I use the consultation hours. And when you go there, they say, sir, I'm not understanding chapter 6. Why are you not understanding in chapter 6? So you need to go and consult with logic understanding already, and then be able to prepare for case scenarios. I used to worry a lot when I could see that people are really, like under pressure. They, with basic stuff, like you are looking at understanding with basic stuff, and I'm like, here I am preparing for worst case scenarios, and this person is only asking for this one. Sometimes you don't even know how to help. I'm gonna go on. While you're on the consultation hours, do take notes of what the lecture says. Limited or detoxing social media. If you have to delete it, I delete, even today, I still delete my socials. You see, it's unfortunate that the study room exists through social media. So I have to have my WhatsApp, my Facebook, my YouTube and everything. But I do delete them. Even if it's for a week, I'll install it again because I could see that this is getting too much now. So if you have to delete your social medias, delete them. Delete your TikTok. I installed the TikTok. I'm still learning how to use TikTok. I know I might sound very old-fashioned, but I don't know, and there's even no pressure in me not knowing how to navigate TikTok. So other things are really not worth your time. They are not. So do delete if you have to delete them, because you're like, oh, I'm I'm not sure, like, honestly, when I have to study, it's like I have this evilness in me that say I must take my phone, I must do this. I'm like, put away your phone, switch it off, delete them, just delete them. It's that easy.
Delete.
Have like 5 minutes to change. So you see what I do. I don't critique, guys. I take pictures almost every day. That's one thing that I do most of the time, taking pictures and uploading. But I know that during the day, it's like 5 to 10 minutes that I can maybe be on social media. But if I do, and I watch in day, I watch things, I have soaps that I watch, but believe you me, I have so much in my plate that I have to do. But social media, I know it's something that I can maybe, like, when I get into bed now, I can say, okay, now let me go. But TikTok, it's out. I can just focus on Facebook, go through it, laugh like, you see, whatever that you're doing in your social medias, I also do it, but I have my limits. And well, I am 23 years of age, I have been to more than
Shoo! Go! You're rocking
I've
it.
been to Paris, I'm not doing that, I'm just doing some.
Motivation.
I've been to Paris, I've been to Netherlands,
Yes.
I've been to Italy,
Girlfriend.
and
In South Africa now.
I wanted to say, I lost my, okay, 5 minutes. 2, okay. I lost my point, but I wanted to say that with social media, okay, I lost my point.
You've been to many places, Elaine.
No, but I wanted to say something, but I lost my point now. So reflections, guys. Reflecting it maximizes your student life to the greatest point. You reflect every day. My mentor said to me, I fear to reflect because I might discover what I might realize what I don't want to, because I know that I haven't been a good girl. But you still need to do it because you know that this is where your weaknesses are, this is where your strengths are. When I reflect on my study methods. Okay, I'm studying, but am I studying with I'm studying for understanding. Am I understanding this? Am I gaining knowledge out of this? Or I'm just training? Because then it's useless to study for 6 hours and not remembering anything. You need to reflect on your study methods. When you study while just copying everything, are you being good? Are you being effective? Is it working for you? Your level of understanding, even the engagement in class, I get so troubled or worried when a lecturer asks me a question and I'm not sure like what's, so I reflect all the time with my engagement in class and my added value and my being the person that I'm gonna be, because I like to be outstanding. I don't like popularity. I need to just stand out from the crowd. Mm-hmm. And when you reflect, you can't reflect when you're with your friend. Reflection is for your moment. It's when you do it at your time, that's when you know that this is my part, this is where I'm powerful at, this is where I am making it or in. I'm still back there, I'm trying to remember when I wanted to see if I go to Paris, guys. Self-assessment. So self-assessment. You see, after I study, you study, and you're not sure if have you taken all the information. So what I do, I'm like, okay, what is environmental stability? Okay, so it's more like, you see, the way I study as if I'm presenting to there are audiences. So that's what you can do also, and that takes place during my revision time. It's funny, but during my revision, I'm not I do entertain myself. But when I was a student, the only chance that I could get to watch movies, it was my examination time. When I was writing in 2 days or in a day's time, that's when I can watch movies. You know why? Because from the beginning of the term, I've been studying on a daily basis. There's no pressure for my studies. So up to the revision time, I know that I have everything absolute. I'm understanding. All I'm accepting is calls. Chomi, can you please help me with this question? And I'm like, okay, which question? No, it says this, and I'm like, okay, this is the response. Which I'm feeling so powerful. So you see, so do it. Just don't wait for the revision time for you to study for something that has been taking place for over 5 months, and you want to capture all the information and understand it within 24 hours. You see, that's not possible. So guys, I'm going to end here.
Okay.
I think this is it. If you have any questions, we're going to follow. Okay, so this is the bonus. Mind mapping is after you study your chapter. I have under the YouTube, you will get the social links. There's a video that says how to study a chapter from the start to an end without forgetting. So everything that you're gonna find also about mind mapping, how important it is for you to mind map, because you see all this, you know that this is your chapter. And if it says that factors are affecting environment, you know that okay, there are 6 factors. So you just have your concepts there, but you know that your information is up here. And I'm a Zionist, as you can see. This is when I was graduating 2 years ago, but I just took pictures last year. If you have any questions, you would WhatsApp me. These are my social links. You go to Facebook, you find the study room. YouTube, you find the study room. Also, we have a WhatsApp group. We have, the database that we can register. So if you feel like you're gonna need my help, definitely I am there. Thank you so much.